Alright, Mason robots. Fire it up here. Talking about Rise Over Run earlier today. We'll be posting some stuff, posting some pictures for you if they're not already out. Cutter number one Supremo. Rise Over Run is kind of that system. What operations do you need to run right now? I mean, you've tanked down as much quantum physics as I do for the last 5-10 years, something like that. You run OP every night, usually for 5 miles. Gonna get real consistent about gravity, especially if you keep on that track. It's not just no bullshit. I hop my average. I make sure I run that. So between A to B, if I see somebody like, you running 5 miles, 5 miles, then yeah, and I keep that. If you got to run a little extra because you're getting a little tubby, you got to stay on that. Take out your 90-day Mason stick and get on it, right? I'm on probation. Well, Salty says so. And that starts to be, all right, I learned to burn rock for the first time again today. That quarter inch come rolling by. Obviously I'd love to be there. Love to be there. No reason I shouldn't be. Kind of one of the fucking problems I'm working on, making sure they know the fucking submarine is right here. Doesn't matter what country it is. Doesn't need to be under the Arctic ice circle. It is here. And I want to make sure that militia note come in hot, fucking greatly Nopchicus, assemble the forces. Get on it. I think a lovely way to express that is a nice smoked 90-day marshmallow a general can enjoy with a fork and knife. I'm down. Trying to do the chess game. Absolutely. Bring the apocalypse. Fucking hey, yeah, I want the whole story, I'll give it to you. Sure. And there's all kinds of Big Bang marshmallow boxes about group theory, entropy, FMA physics in the universe, about things, and obviously how that would play a simile in physics in some way, shape, or form. I hop the Jaegers. I ain't afraid to let them all jump the party. You rolling in. We were talking about some kind of composition where that is the universe, and obviously, given gravity and the triple point of Salty Island, that's going to be the. We're going to find a lot of the soldiers from the tomb floating around out there. That attitude, that mannerism, that is just gravity. That's what you make. You break down on the E2 to the E7, I'm going to tell you in the stone mill, this is 0 and 1 physics for the voting president. You both have the same direction. There is this many that went this way and this many that went that way. 1 0 1 0. Make some robots. Figure out that for the job, for who's in what line, about what fucking operation, and the goddamn program that's supposed to be what's up. Same marshmallows, same stone mill. A lot about that is coming in there motivated. Boy, you be. Yes. There are times. And if those times on the rack of the contract about things that you do, say gravity and physics, apparently you never studied Coco the Gorilla before. Florida laws about Kevin, he's a kid, gatekeeper, he's advocate out there studying. Great YouTube example of overstating boundaries of certain systems that form the wrong pressure and stress given the results, whether that be physics or the understanding of that physics. I don't plan to step in there E2 and do my fucking job as a basic recruit working my way to NCO. I'm gonna figure it out. That is the language. That is the code. Start tapping in. And 1/2, you rise. You running. just in the room. Drill sergeant roll by. That's the note. I have to know those numbers. If I don't know those numbers, I don't know the proper shape of how this thing working at me, coming at me. It hurt. I know the speed. Get a glove. You would, until complacency over like 5 years in a place that you might stand gives you problems with the general operation. You got to underset their job. Here, I've done it for you. Do yours. If I have to take a copy of this somewhere else, this is that job. Done. I was bitching for a month about this before some kid taught me some engineering program as a psychologist dealing with these two people's fucking issues, whoever they are. Object A, object B, delta change. M1, M, G. All right, G, okay, equals the square root. There's going to be four. There's going to be four quadrants to define the same thing by objects just in that form, because square by, for a rock, great. For, I need to square the root of that. I mean, I suggest you get on it. Anyways, rise over run. Here we're trying to stay on topic with the thing, because, yeah, get the fuck on it. Those notes save you from a lot of the push, the pump, the actual standarding stem. Like, either you're the guy on the floor, because we do not have the safety officer to manage your numbers, to determine which numbers of those are safe. You might come in with a car accident. Physical therapy's there. Different methodology that leads to the same output with your result. Is this bringing an apprentice to do some of that labor work for you, or allow you to do certain functionings in a timeline of a function that could, where otherwise it's pretty much no, and the mentality behind that pretty much going to underline that to, honestly, you got to go, what would you got, a VA? Same deal with me. I have 40K into a fucking car accident, that's my own damn fault. 70 mile. Different nowadays. You gotta understand where I was. You couldn't. $70 mile an hour. Stay at UHS, Bellevue. Great application. Delhi, prison, jail. It's going to teach you a few things. Rotation, a lot of people whip it out. UHS, not only with what some of the extremities on that are, but what you get to locally see on the floor and adjust N1/2 source code to, because you're in topology, what would physics, and from your perspective and relative mass or any of those types of categories, are you going to be able to adjust that person next to you without Sarge or breaking the contract on what that does for your position or what you're allowed to say? Patting, slapping generals out here, privates, you never really know. Somebody's going to kick one in. Who's in charge? What's going on out here? Knocking on the devil's door about things all the time. And you put some gatekeepers like Schroesringer and, some high dog players, whoever you have on the table for psychologists. You don't know them. They're just out there. They would be. It's a gravitational number once that mass. Oh, bang, bang, bang. That's just burn rock. The reason I'm wearing a mask, it doesn't necessarily have a damn thing to do with COVID. I don't want to get looking like a... You repel. You hop. Yeah, well, good thing he did whatever. He broke a leg, whatever. Ride him a jack. Some things as a unit, it's like when you have an awesome boss down range on the floor, you know what you're gonna walk into, especially if you don't pull it up. I don't agree with your bullshit. I've been 18. I don't have to worry about doing this here. I've had my fun. This is about turning this shit around into a Shaolin monk. You know what is under gravity, given certain freedoms and timelines, the adjustment. Catch you on the next one.